Welcome, everybody, to an episode of Cruising the Planet with your host, Ethan. Today we are joined by...
Oh,
And...
Bruh.
Awesome. We've moved, if you might have noticed, I've been moved out to the other studio. Here, let me turn this off. I've moved back into the studio, and so because of that, I am able to play the big button, and we've moved the camp to a better audio situation, and now we have Brian on the show.
yay!
So things are slowly being rotated back to normal.
New
even
faces,
though, yeah,
a new picture in the background.
Yeah. In my background?
the photo, the frame.
Yeah,
You
they
didn't
been up
have
there.
that in the background before?
No, I wasn't in the...
Yes, I know. That was just
That's
fine.
never
Okay.
been. Yeah, that's never been back there.
Well, yeah, because don't worry about it. We're just in a different thing. What I'm trying to get at is that everything's different, but we're still producing the same show as always. However, because everything is still upside down in the world and no one's allowed to touch another human being, we have to continue the game of elevator pitches. Before we get into those, is there any micro review that we want to do? I know that last time it went exceptionally long. If not,
It did go long.
And because of that, I've set a timer now, so I'm not allowed to go over 10 minutes. Basically, it's just would you suggest it, would you not suggest it, and why?
Okay. Fair. Formatting.
Those
okay.
are the rules. Yeah, I had to go back and make a bunch of rules because I broke all of them last time. That's not fair to that's not fair to the audience. Just listen to me complain for an hour.
So, what movie? Do you have a movie in mind, or?
I recently watched Legion.
Okay.
Yes.
I've never watched that.
Brian, you're
That
familiar?
that is the greatest comedy I have. That's one of the greatest comedies I have ever seen in my life.
Comedies?
That is a comedy.
The one where the angel...
That is a comedy.
Yeah. Watching it as a horror movie, it is not something that I would suggest whatsoever. Watching it in the guise of a comedy, I completely understand what you're saying now, Brian, and I would suggest it. It's so bad that it's good.
Oh, it's one of those.
The basic premise is that, and this isn't too much of a spoiler, but all of the angels from heaven come down and they're going to wipe out all of humanity.
Supernatural.
Yeah. They're going to wipe out all of humanity, except humanity's last hope is this woman's child, who no one really knows the father of. Then they all live at like a New Mexico or like an Arizona desert gas station. And so they just have to defend this gas station from these possessed people because the angels possessed the people this time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It is very funny. Like they're trying, like you said, they're trying to get rid of the baby. So they're sending, like, they're possessing people and they're like sending them there. Like the funniest part of the movie is when
the old lady.
Oh my God! Well, that's one of them.
That's the first one.
Like she pulled up and she just pulled up in her walker. She was like, "Yes," she, they took an order.
I'd like a steak, extra rare, and that's when you know something's wrong.
That's when you knew. Yeah, that's when you knew something was wrong. She asked for a steak and she's like, "Yeah, I like it rare, ma'am, no." And then she was legit cutting the steak, and then she was talking to the lady, the baby. And she's like, "What about your baby?" She's like, "What you mean? It's gonna burn." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, that's how you knew things were going downhill.
It was funny, and then
the back half of it, the whole movie just turned Terminator 2.
It really did. Like they had an ice cream man. They had the ice cream man pull up. And
the ice cream man is the funniest one.
Thank you.
The ice cream man is hilarious. It is quite honestly the run as he runs up to them and then gets shot. The way that it's filmed and the practical effects that are used for that scene alone are hilarious.
Like it was like one of those, you know what? We're just gonna make this movie. We're gonna see where it goes.
When did this come out?
A long time ago.
Here, let me pull it up.
2000. It was in the 2010, 12, 13, 11, 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. One of those.
Came out in 2010.
I was right.
It caused the television show Dominion to be
Dominion.
created afterwards, and apparently Dominion's really good. So if you want to see the origin to the Dominion film, then go ahead and watch Legion.
Is Dominion horror based as well, or does it still have the humor added
Oh,
in?
no. It's not a comedy, Cole. The movie's very serious.
Oh,
very
you're just
serious.
saying it's
Yeah,
played comedically? Like it's just
Like when you-
terrible?
Yeah,
Like
it's
when
just
you-
bad.
Like when you see it, you'll see why I love horror film.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that right there is, I'll call certain stuff like comedy, and this movie here is straight comedy. Like you're gonna laugh.
It runs the story beats of a horror. It tries to build tension. Like it's cookie cutter. It does technically and according to the formula that you use to tell a story. It's done everything right. However, it's not done them right enough, and so it's just a little off, and it's off just enough that it's funny.
Okay. So it's like
But
it's
it
like
thinks
that
it's scary.
too closeness we were talking about
Yeah, it's in
at
that
some point.
it's in that uncanny valley, but when it comes to horror films in the uncanny valley, they just sort of
Yes.
shift into funny films.
And
Interesting.
honestly, my personal opinion, I've been since I watched the movie. I watched it when it came out, and I actually noticed personally, if you're religious, if you're very religious, do not watch that. If you're very religious, do not watch that.
Yeah, it does try and push on religion in a way, but
So it's not
Yeah.
like
it doesn't.
scary movie type
No.
humor.
No, it
It's
tries to be
just-
very serious.
Ah.
It
Like
tries to be- it-
post-apocalyptic and all.
Yeah, like the angels are mad. God is this. Like they're, like I said, if you're
Yeah.
very religious, it will kind of make you like mad. But if you have an open mind, and
Mhm.
yeah, I don't watch. Like I say, if you're like me or Ethan, it's a comedy. It's a comedy.
Okay.
It's
I laugh
funny.
every time.
It's not. I had to pause it legitimately for three times, I think, to just laugh at the absurdity of the situations they were in. That frying pan into the
I walk-
grandmother.
Oh, bro,
That was a good one.
When I went to the movies to see it, I legit
Mhm.
walked out the theater on that part because I was laughing that hard. I had to go back and see it like 4 times by myself.
Oh.
I could not get past that part for a long time.
That's so
Yeah,
early.
I couldn't, because it was that funny to me. I was like,
Mhm.
"Is this what we're doing now?"
Right.
That was also at the same time of 2010. I wanted to, I decided what I want to do for my career. I was like, "Is this what we making now?" And it was just like, I've seen it 5 times in the theater. I've seen it 5 times in the theater, and I have legit laughed every time.
Yeah, I found it on
I just-
Netflix. I think it's still up there. So I suggest if you have something that you want to watch a movie to and like have all your friends in a group chat and just make fun of something, that's the suggestion for the weekend is Legion.
Yes.
Moving
I've
on
actually seen
from moving on from the movie because I can't allow it to take up the entirety of the show. Let's get into the recommendation part of the show, the sort of back half of the back half of the show that's become sort of the major focus now that everyone's kind of stuck in the predicament they are. Cole, how about you start off with something to watch as a recommendation and
Okay.
sell it to me? Why should I watch it?
Well, you might have seen this already because it's been very popular around. I just hadn't seen it all the way through until recently.
Mhm.
My dad suggested it, but it is Stranger Things.
Ooh,
I assume. Have you seen it before?
I
I've
loved
heard-
the first season.
I have not finished the first season.
You haven't finished the third season, is that what you said, Brian?
I haven't finished the first season.
The first season.
I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
like the second season.
You just
personally.
didn't move on from there?
No, I haven't watched the third season. I didn't like the second season enough.
Okay, fair
Oh,
enough.
wow.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, it came in that quickly, but then it lost me almost immediately.
Dang.
All right.
Like there were some cool parts with Eleven doing her like superhero vigilante thing,
Yeah.
but then immediately she's like right back into the fray of things, like it was a weekend trip.
Oh, see, that was one of the. I heard that was one of the lowest rated episodes. If it's
That
one
was
I'm
the
thinking
coolest
about.
episode. The mind flare stuff was boring in season 2. Did not care for it.
Dang.
All right. Well, I really enjoyed it.
they invested so much into 11, into L, and then didn't use her for season 2, other than a way to go like sort of go between. And so they just didn't. I didn't like it.
I think so what they've started to do, I feel like you go on this journey, first season you're like, oh, okay, 11 is like super powerful, and maybe they started coming into their powers all the way up until the very last episode of season 1, and then season 2 is just like that teenager rebellious stage where it's just like and just assumed that they have this power. And then season 3 is okay, everyone starts relying too heavily on them. I was like, oh, Elle will take care of it, and then something happens. So
there is
I think that's where it spins on its head, where Elle isn't this all-powerful person, like how in D&D you have those really, really powerful characters, but there has to be a fault at some point.
Right. They make a mistake.
Right. So I really like the way it follows D&D that way.
They're still using Dungeons and Dragons as a
like the monster manual still comes up, and they still refer to their group as a party, and each member has a different like Will the Wise is the wizard and like all that. I really like it. And season 4, if anyone is curious, was scheduled to come out in June, but now since COVID happened, they had to refilm due to some content that they had actually filmed some virus stuff. So they had to refilm some content, and now it's being pushed back. Until I believe fall.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. But
I suggest watching it.
I completely suggest watching the first season at minimum, and if it takes you any farther, that's great.
Yeah.
Brian, your thoughts? You haven't finished season 1 by choice or by
schedule?
Okay.
I started it, and it's like one of those shows. Like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. And as soon as I start to watch it, something pops up, or I forget I have something to do, and my alarm will go off. So it's like, you know what? You know what? Just because y'all brought it up, this might be the perfect time to finish it.
All right.
Yeah, I know. So I had watched the first episode so long ago.
I think I'm on episode 3 or 4.
So Stranger Things, I believe.
What'd you say?
What now?
We're slightly delayed, I think.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Okay.
We good?
Stranger Things, first recommendation. Brian, do you have something to recommend for us to watch?
Yeah, I do. One of the things it's one of the things I'm doing. It's on Netflix. I don't know if anybody has seen it yet. I know a lot of people haven't. Some people, for some reason, I don't know why. The Irishman.
Oh, okay.
The Irishman. Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. What's that? It's to me personally the best film. One of the best films that has came out. Long story short, it's about how the mafia ran. Basically, another Martin. I can't ever say his last name.
Scorsese.
Scorsese. It's basically one of those movies. So of course it has the mafia and talking about the Teamsters and everything. But
his muse, the mafia.
You know what I'm saying? One of the main focal points was
old men getting angry at the past.
Something like, what's his name? Jimmy Hoffa. There we go, Jimmy Hoffa. Basically, the story of him and how they were connected. And if you watch it, it's like, wow. It's a hell of a film. Like, it's a hell of a film. Great acting. Truth. It's a fact that nobody ever knew. The reason they spent a lot of money on the CGI to make them young. That's the only reason why the budget was as much as it was.
Yeah,
it was just straight CGI for Pepsi and Robert and Al, like just to make them look young. But other than that,
for De Niro, Pacino, and Pesci, right?
Yeah, they just that's really was like the main part, like a good part of the budget. Everything else was just like them acting and everything. But it was I believe it was nominated for some the Oscars. It was nominated for some Oscars. It's like I say, I suggest you should check it out. Everybody need to check that out.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got The Irishman. Nice. So movie to watch is The Irishman. If you got yourself, I think 2 hours, right? 3 hours. Oh,
3 hours and 29 minutes.
That's right, because it was
movie.
out. It was originally released on streaming, wasn't it? That was the sort of interesting part about it.
It came out on. Yeah, it came out on. It came out on the. It came out in theaters for a limited time, but it's like a Netflix original.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's why he had the ability to sort of break form and make a 3-hour film.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So if you've got 3 hours of time and you want to watch something that's mob related, another classic hit on history, because it is based on true events as well. All the characters are not for name, but all of the things happening were things that were actually going on in Little Italy in America. We've got The Irishman and a TV show to watch, something you can binge with a group, with your whoever's locked in your house with you, is the Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on, what to read. I'll take the first recommendation here. It's a webcomic, completely free to read. Again, me and my comics. This one is called The Strange Tale of Oscar Zahn, or Zan, spelled Zahn. It's something that you can get on the website webtoons.com. It's the one if you were watching like YouTube ads in the last year, they had a bunch of web comics about how they were just a streaming platform for comics, basically. They also have a mobile phone app that I have downloaded.
Nice.
It is nice. They all of their comics on there are completely free to view, and you're allowed to pay or subscribe for specific content and stuff through them. That's sort of their business model there. But this one is the first, I think, 3 to 4 chapters. And these are long chapters in Strange Tales of Oscar Zahn, are very good, very interesting. It's like a melancholy humor drama about a man who is literally just a skull and has psychic powers, who interacts with supernatural occurrences in a way to sort of help people move on with being moved on, if you know what I'm saying.
Is like just a skull?
He's just a skull, yes. But he's psychic, so he's able to like make himself a body. Yeah, and then he just sort of hangs clothes off of his psychic body.
Okay.
And you'll know this off of this is a little bit of a spoiler from the first season, the first comic, the first chapter or book. I don't know exactly how to define them because they're all of different length. The first one is there's more to him, and a giant blue sort of octopus that resides within his skull that perhaps either gives him his powers or feeds off of his powers in a way. And you learn more about that creature that resides within him as the comics move forwards. But very heartwarming. It always ends in a very like melancholy, that is nice, but also so tragic. So I recommend it.
Interesting, like, wow, okay.
A supernatural thriller, if you will.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, webtoons.com.
I still have to check out that other one you suggested. Yes.
That one's a lot longer. So if you have a day that you need to burn reading, you won't even get to Oscar Zahn. You'll have to finish Kill 6 Billion Demons, which just released another page today. So continue always being updated. Cole, do you have something for us to read?
Sure. I just finished this book. So I was looking around on Kindle for those free books because I'm broke, like a lot of people right now. And I am usually a person who gravitate toward fantasy, sci-fi, like monster related things.
Mhm.
And for some reason I was thinking dragons recently.
Okay.
And so I came across the cover of this book. It's a big black dragon, like about to breathe fire. You know, it's got all reds, and that's the art on the cover. And it's called The Rise of the Black Dragon, Book 1, Escape, and that's by Jada Fisher.
Okay.
And it's not a hard read. It's a pretty easy read. But what you get from the first chapter is this young 14, 15-year-old girl is like pulled from her living dwelling, which is like a tent, because you're in the desert at this very first part. And she's put on the stake and told she's a witch. And her whole town tries to like cleanse her, right?
That's a lot.
Yeah, it starts off right in the action, and then suddenly she starts to get really hot, and then she faints, blacks out, and then when she wakes up, her whole village is like ashes, and it kind of goes on a journey from there.
So she could be a
could
witch.
be a witch, yes. And the
Uh-oh.
whole and it's her whole journey, and in her mind she has to atone for what she thinks she's done to her village. So she journeys through the deserts, encounters some slavers, encounters some people from the civilized lands, and she wants to go there. And
The
it's all
civilized
about,
lands. So
yes,
if I inference here is that she lives on sort of the outskirts of society originally.
yes, called the Wilds.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where like the desert is considered the wilds, and then the forest-ish place is considered the civilized lands.
Okay. Well, I guess
Interesting.
it's like there's resources and non-resources.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Agrarian society is what I'm imagining here. Like they don't have high technology.
Right. It's definitely more like Middle Ages, where you like castles, princesses, queens, that sort of thing.
Iron Age?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like does the word steel ever come up in the book?
There are, I don't want to give too much away.
Okay,
but
that's fine. That's fine. I always get interested in world building way too fast, so don't keep going.
Yeah, and it just goes through this journey of like how can she atone, and there's supposedly this godmother that she's trying to find, and by godmother it's not, oh, she has some relative, it's this person cleansed the world 5 years ago within the world, and she wants to go see this person because maybe she can help atone that way. And it's just her journey that way. I've only finished the first book. The first book's free. The other, I think there's 2 more, are only $2.99. So
and they're where?
Kindle.
Kindle.
Amazon.
Kindle.
I'm sure you can just buy it on Amazon and get it. It's an ebook. So
okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. So
always support small creators.
Yes,
100%. It was by you said Jada Fisher.
Jada Fisher, Jada, and then Fisher, how you would spell it normally.
All right. Brian, do you have something for us to read? If it's not a comic book or a short ebook, or a webtoon.
It's something that it's just something that I think everybody should. I mean, everybody's probably read it or whatever. I know I have, but I told you before we start the show, I'm rewatching all of them and redoing the Harry Potter series.
Ooh, yes.
Like I told Ethan before the show, that's another. That's like a series I'm rewatching just because. And then I actually have the books. I have a Sorcerer's Stone in my room, so I'm gonna legit read that. Just read over it, just to see if I miss anything or whatever. What I really do want to read is her new book in the Harry Potter series called Harry
Cursed
Potter,
Child?
The Cursed Child.
Ooh, yeah.
So just want to clarify, Cursed
Sorry,
Child isn't written by her.
It's not?
Mm-mm.
It's the screenplay, right?
Yeah, it's a screenplay and it's written by fans, and J.K. Rowling gave her a check mark on it. So it's not written by her. It's a different experience than the books, but still interesting read.
Yeah, I haven't like I said, I haven't I haven't read it. I haven't read it just yet. People been saying it's pretty good and everything. So I think that'll be something I like. Like I say, that's one of my favorite series of all time. But I'm gonna rewatch. I'm gonna reread and rewatch the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, that's a nice journey to go on. I love that.
Yeah.
Ethan, are you frozen?
I was just watching the trailer for the Cursed Child play.
Oh.
I was like, oh
You was
man,
looking frozen
it's a
on that for
production.
minute.
Oh, I was blown away because it's a good-looking production. Because they actually perform the play, and
Yeah.
so now that you can't go out and see live plays, you can go get the Cursed Child because the play looks really good.
I've never actually watched like
Well, now you can't.
them on. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, that was mean.
Thanks, Ethan.
Okay, so we've got, if you're looking for a single book or possibly a couple of ebooks, we have, what was it called?
Okay. The first book is called Escape, but it's the Rise of the Black Dragon series.
Escape, The
Uh-huh.
Rise of the Black Dragon.
Mhm.
If you're looking for a easy read webcomic with a lot more visuals, then there's The Strange Tales of Oscar Zahn, spelled Zahn. And if you're looking for something to be a bit more nostalgic of a read for our aged listener, then you can obviously jump into the Harry Potter series.
Indeed.
Now, this one always gets a little bit interesting. Something to listen to. Who wants to go first? I can go first if y'all need a second to come up with your pitch.
I about to say, well, actually, I'll go first. I'll go
ahead.
first.
Go ahead.
So make sense. So of course y'all know I'm DJ. I've been listening to different stuff because of the double XL class, freshman class and everything. One of the artists who really has my attention, she's been having my attention for a minute. Her name is Danny Lay.
Okay.
She was I don't know if y'all ever heard of. She had the songs is Little Baby. What's that? Little Baby. It's called Little Baby. On the remix is Little Baby. She did a song with Chris Brown. Called Easy. She has a hell of a R&B vibe, and I am in love with her. I am in love with her. I'm not gonna lie. She's a great dancer as well. She does her own choreography. She's I know she's blown up on Instagram because
you'd recommend watching the music videos along with the songs.
Indeed. She she's very talented. Very. She was in the running for it last year. Didn't get it. I believe she deserves it now. She is she's been featuring on different songs. Even people like DJ Khaled. What's that? DJ
really
Khaled,
blowing up, huh?
For real, yeah. Everybody had legit been like, "Hey, you're good." I believe DJ Khaled, Dr. Dre, Chris Brown, like a lot of people have been like, "No, she is talented." True story. She actually got founded by Prince.
Oh wow!
Wow.
She actually got her start from Prince. Prince, I think she did a couple dance for Prince or something, and he heard her sing, and she was like, he kind of took her under her wing and everything. So she got part of her jump start from Prince. So
nice.
So so you can say she kind of like handpicked from Prince, but she is very, very talented. Very talented. Love her.
That's good.
So, I believe, if I'm mistaken, I think her album it's not recently it came out last year, but I think it's called The Plan. I believe it's called The Plan. And like I said, it has all types of songs in there. They have one of my favorite songs is called Do It To Me. And she samples, I don't know if y'all know Ronald Isley, the Isley Brothers. She samples one of his songs.
You said Danny Lay?
Yeah, Danny Lay.
Yeah, it's called The Plan.
There you go. Yeah, it's called The Plan. I suggest y'all check that out. If you like R&B, and she could rap. She also raps on there too. But if you like a little R&B vibe, I suggest you listen to her because she is very good.
It's got 13-song album. It looks like the whole thing will run you, about half an hour. Looks like she got 4 features. No, 3 features and a remix.
Yes, the
Nice.
remix is the original song is good, but the remix with Little Baby had I think it's platinum. Yeah, that's platinum. That song is like double platinum. So
well, there you go.
She is a very talented artist, very talented.
All right. Well, that's something if you're looking for an R&B thing. My recommendation, if you're going for something a little more relaxation, if you're trying to sort of sit for a moment and just be in a cheery yet slow, relaxed mood, I'd recommend the Sad Necessary album by Milky Chance. They, my dad actually put me on their radar right before I had moved out. So there's a little bit of nostalgia for me. But I can tell you for a fact, listening to their most recent album, Fado, which is Fate in something, I believe. I completely recommend Sad Necessary because it's got 14 songs, and am I thinking of the wrong album? No, couldn't be. I'm trying to find the one that's like my song, personally. Stolen Dance. All of them are about 4 to almost 5 minutes on some of these songs, so they're very long. They're very atmospheric.
So it's no lyrics or anything like that. Is it?
There are lyrics, but
okay.
they're sorry. It's a little difficult to describe their sort of concepts. It's a German duo, so you get a cool little like extra thing. The technical genre is folktronica.
Okay.
So that doesn't really work to explain them. The best way I can describe it is like if someone took a reggae beat into a sound studio, remixed it, and then they threw some like shoegaze over top and just kind of like made some sort of trance music out of that. It always is upbeat. It's always calm. Like it's always very calming and upbeat. It's something that you would definitely put as an overplay track to like the best summer of our life montage you'd see on like Instagram or something. You'd put you'd definitely put one of their songs, especially Stolen Dance. I definitely recommend Stolen Dance and the debut song Sad Necessary. Indigo is also very good, but it's very short.
Okay.
All of their songs are incredibly long. The total album's, I believe, 50 minutes.
All right. So if you need like a highlight or a brightness in your day, listen to that.
Bet.
Okay.
Yeah. And Cole.
Okay. So a lot of people have suggested doing workout routines and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I like to listen to music with that, especially high intensity music.
Ooh.
If I listen to like low intensity music, I'm not going to do anything. It doesn't help me at all. So no. I actually like listening to Todrick Hall because he has some really good beat music, and he is an LGBTQ plus artist.
Nice.
So a lot of his stuff is actually tailored for drag queens that have a lot of like hard beats on them, so that they can lip sync and dance to him. So it's a good, like, he has good albums to just
a good performance piece.
Yes. So if you like just dancing around in your house right now, or to work out, I think it's really good. He has Real Pump It Up.
I said a Real Pump, yeah.
Yes. He has 2 albums out right now, I believe. It's called House Party Part 1 and House Party Part 2. So, yeah, and also he does some more mature Disney parodies, especially with Disney villains. So if you like that, it's fun to listen to.
What's his name again?
Todrick Hall.
Todrick Hall.
Oh, Todrick.
Yeah.
Their album is on. It's House as in Haas. Haus Party. That's fine.
Oh, okay. I follow him on Instagram. I know Taj.
Yes, he's the best, right?
Yes, I think I loved his I think he did like a video of all the Rihanna songs.
I haven't seen that one, but probably.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. He's talented. Love him.
Yes,
he's talented. Yes.
He's great.
I do like that all but 2 of their songs are explicit.
Oh yeah.
So that Oh yeah. Don't even worry about it. 100%.
There are some non-explicit ones on
2.
Spotify that are cleaned.
I see.
So if you're interested in that,
And
but
Mom's
most of
Home.
his songs are for LGBTQ plus and can be a bit explicit.
Either put on headphones or make sure that you found
Mom's
the clean
not listening.
versions.
Yes.
Yeah, because you are stuck at home.
Yeah, so if you're stuck at home, if you're stuck at home by yourself, you can listen to it. But if you're
Happy to go off.
there you go. Headphones, people.
College students who are still out in our dorms.
Oof. Yeah.
All right, so we've got we have Danny Lay, we have Milky Chance, and we have Todrick Hall for your music recommendations. It was House Party for Todrick Hall, yes?
Yes.
Part 1 or part 2? What would you recommend?
I like
First.
a lot of part 2.
Part 2 for House Party Todrick Hall. We've got the Sad Necessary album on Milky Chance, and then which you said The Plan by Danny Lay?
Yes.
All right. Those are your lookups for new album and musics. Moving into our last subject for the evening, what to play. I have the video game recommendation. What do y'all have?
I was flipping between 2. I have like a card game recommendation and sort of a mobile game recommendation.
Okay.
Which one do you think I should go with?
I think a card game is always cool.
Okay.
Always. Card game, baby.
So it's something I found at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Stuff Happens.
Ooh, it's a boxed card game.
It is a boxed card game.
Pitch it to me.
All right. So everyone kind of has a different way of feeling pain, right? We all think of pain in a different way and think, oh, one thing is maybe worse than another. Mm-hmm. Well, this card game was researched and there's like an average scale that they've set out of what things are more painful to experience than another. But your job is so you have a couple different cards and they have like this one is you gain 30 pounds and then you have a number on them. It's like 30.1 out of scale of 1 to 100.
Okay. Of
how painful that is. And
like
your
you
job
gain 30 pounds all at once is the idea of that?
I think that's the idea. Another one would be fall asleep on the beach and get a 3rd-degree burn. And you would have to decide. So someone draws a card, puts it in the middle. You would have to decide if it's worse or better than gaining 30 pounds or getting a 3rd-degree burn.
Okay.
So like you'd cover up the number and you'd have to guess the number.
Oh, I see. Okay. So the game, they've already set the scale and every card is on the scale. It's the player's job to learn that scale by saying, I think mine is worse than yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It gets into some really fun discussion. As well as just the game itself. So.
I bet. That is definitely a party game. If you can find a way to get all of your friends on a Zoom meeting.
Totally.
That would take all night.
Done it.
Ryan, what do you have for us to play?
Honestly, it's just something simple only because we have to be in our apartments. We can't be around people. But we all know when they say we can go back outside, I need everybody to be sharpen their tools when it comes to Madden. We already know going to be it's plenty of Madden tournaments out now. But me personally, I don't like playing online.
It's a whole nother game when you're in a competitive setting and it is one person versus one person. You need wired controllers.
Yes.
You need fresh sticks.
Yes.
And both of you got to be running on the same screen.
Have to, because my internet
no exception.
Might be, you know what I'm saying? Because my internet might be better or vice versa, and they might be lagging. You have to be, as soon as they let us out, there's going to be plenty of one-on-ones.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm telling you, all I have been doing, like after I get my work done with the job and class, I promise you, all I do, I will play a game of Madden, and I'm not going to lie, it's not good. it's not good, like legit. Like I have played somebody online this week, didn't end well for them. They quit. They quit after 21-0.
Oh. And
then the rule in my apartment is you finish the game out, no matter how bad the score is. I've seen somebody get beat 30-0 and they came back and won 52 to something. Like anything's possible.
It's the fight in the dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you let them build that hill. You gotta be the one to come on top of it. Otherwise, you're just getting steamrolled here.
You have to. I need everybody to sharpen their skills and be thinking, because when they say we can come out, I already know for a fact my apartment will be packed, and it would be nothing but Madden. There'll be nothing but Madden.
And they all be ready because all you've been doing is practicing.
Oh, they know.
This is not a recommendation, Brian, but this is rather you warning everybody that you've started.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
The Rocky theme music is going.
I've lost to a handful of people. A handful. I do not lose in Madden. The losses I've taken are from the same people who have beaten me. I've beaten them, they beat me, but I do not get. It's like 5 people.
Yeah, you give them to people. That's good. Alrighty. So the recommendation is to start practicing now.
Please.
He doesn't want to come out and just be too easy for him. Y'all got to put up a challenge, everybody, in the Stephenville area.
Let y'all know how serious I am. It's been next to me the whole time.
Ooh, that's good. I also have a recommendation that I've been playing on my PlayStation controller, which is Dark Souls 3. This game came out in 2016. It is still a masterpiece. The story, the lore behind the world, it's the last in the trilogy of the Dark Souls games. If anyone who doesn't know what Dark Souls is, you don't have to play the first one to get the third one. I'd recommend actually getting the third game first and seeing if you even enjoy that style of game. It's a hack and slash in a fantasy setting where you don a suit of armor and a sword and shield, or a robe with a wand and a staff, and you battle through a very dangerous world that is legitimately trying to kill you, up until you can fight a major boss, get beat by the boss, battle through the world again, get beat by the boss, and kind of do that for a while until you beat the boss on accident, or because you're skillful. I'm not. And then you get to progress to the next level where you continue it. The game is just honestly amazing. The mechanics are flawless, and there's an online mode where you can invade people and just kill them out of nowhere for free. Actually, you get rewarded if you do so. So you can catch me in the Dark Souls PC lobbies. Not lobby. I'm playing my game, but I'm gonna come for you. I've been repping this build that uses either a pike or a lance. I'm all about pole arms right now. It's just a whole thing. You can design an entire build. You can devote an entire character, JRPG style, to a single weapon or a single type of combat. It is quite honestly a beautiful online fighting game. And since everyone's stuck at home, I can just 24/7 be combating people, because the Australian servers start waking up around the time everyone's going to bed.
Wow, maybe you should sleep though.
Nah. That is my recommendation, is Dark Souls 3. It's still the full price, so maybe save up a bit, or try and catch it on a Steam sale if you can get it on PC. It is quite honestly one of the best world building, or the best games that I've ever played in my life. So that is everything that I have planned for the show. Again, the recommendations for the games were Cole's game. You read us the title again?
Stuff Happens.
Stuff Happens, the card game that can be found in a box somewhere on a Walmart shelf or possibly ordered online. Brian, your recommendation was Madden. Which version would you say you're going to be beating people in?
Honestly,
the one you've been training.
The one I've been training, really all of them are the same. But me personally, I have I don't like the new one. It does too much. But I've been using Madden 17.
Okay.
I've been using Madden 17 to train.
Madden 17 on some sort of console so that Brian can come start taking your pink slips. And then personally, my recommendation being Dark Souls 3 on whatever sort of console or PC that you can play on. And I recommend trying to play with your friends because you're allowed to do that. You can summon your friends to beat the bosses in your world and play through the game multiple times. It's just a gorgeous game. That is everything I have to recommend for the show and to sort of do a review on. Does anyone have anything else that they'd like to talk about right quick?
Do y'all know that you can have Mario Kart on your phone now?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sorry.
I know I'm really late.
No,
but
it's okay.
Parker showed it to me the other day and I was like, what? So we're going to try to beat each other now.
Oh, yeah. Is that the in-house combat is via Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Where it's like neither of you want to order the pizza because you don't want to talk on the phone. So whoever wins in Mario Kart doesn't have to.
Yeah.
That's the plan?
That's nice.
That's fun.
That's fun. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
Well, you gotta find something different because if you live with a roommate or a partner or whatever, same person every day, you gotta find something interesting.
Yep.
All day.
Brooke and I, we just keep swapping food videos between each other. And then whenever I can't find anything good, it's all I end up losing, and we have to watch tea videos. Tea spill.
I have nobody coming to my apartment, so I am enjoying this peace.
That's nice too.
Because during the semester, my apartment was, oh my God, like
constant.
People, they used to meet me people used to be in here when I used to get, vacation. People used to meet me in here. And just like, oh my God. So I'm actually enjoying the peace.
Well, that's good. If you're stuck entirely on your own, then hopefully you're enjoying the peace or are able to find some sort of safety in what it is you're doing on. And if you are lonely, then you can look into someone else's house and sort of join them via Skype, Discord, Zoom, online communities.
If you are bored, wow, I've just lost the word. Yes, the shelter for dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Are asking people to volunteer to walk dogs if you're bored and need some exercise.
And you're not at risk for anything.
Yeah.
If you're at risk, please stay at home. Stay at home
if you're super at risk. But
please stay at home.
They're taking a bunch of precautions. They just still need people to walk dogs because they don't have workers there right now. So yeah, if you need company or exercise.
There you go. If you need an excuse to go outside and you don't have a pet of your own, or I used to walk dogs as a young lad in my neighborhood. That's how I would make my cash on the weekend. And it's fun because you walk the same route every time, but the dog doesn't know that. And so they're cut because, think about it. One dog walks through this place, so they get to smell all these new cool smells.
Yeah.
And the same dog walks through a different dog walks through the same park, all different smells to them. Even if they come back a week later, all the dogs think that every other dog is having a journey without them, and it's great. They're smelling everything constantly, and you're like, man, this little guy, he's going off. Look at him go. There he goes.
Yeah, sniffing for 10 minutes is actually equivalent to 30 minutes of exercise just because of how much stress it relieves for dogs.
There you go. Get that dog smelling things. If you're in Stephenville, go call the Humane Society for Dogs and Cats. I don't know the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about if you're a dog or cat person.
Yes.
Or call Pet Supplies Plus and they'll point you in the right direction. Everybody there volunteers constantly.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, this has been your episode of Cruisin the Planet, where you can find something to do in and around Stephenville every week. If you've enjoyed the show, don't forget to recommend us to your friends. If you want to find more things made by us, follow the links in the description. If you have any questions or suggestions on things that we can cover next, feel free to hit us up using those social links below. And we hope that all of you are staying safe, staying home, staying healthy, and we will catch everyone next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Be easy.